Hey everybody, just wanted an update on my Sebenza 25. If you follow the channel at all, you'll know that I went to Blade in 2012, messed around with the prototypes of them, and was looking forward to the production release. I was lucky enough to score this one of the first 30, and was a little upset with it when I got it because the blade was so tight and the detent grabbed so tough out of the lock bar into the divot on the blade that it was a two-handed knife. After some tinkering around with the pivot and screwing around with it and just using it and breaking it in, it turned out to be awesome and perfect. I wouldn't want it any differently. I ended up taking it apart like a month after using it. And things put together so tight I almost had to pry it apart after I had the screws out because of this push pin here, how it was fit into the other scale after the screw was out, just didn't want to come out. And then I used it for a while, and it needed another cleaning. I think I chopped up some chicken with it and the goo got in the blade. Not good enough for me because I got kids and I use this knife for everything. I didn't want to have an issue. So that said, I took it apart again, and there was no issue taking it apart. It came apart a lot easier the second time. I was putting it back together and I was putting the screws in, and lo and behold, I know what happened to Barbecue Boy on Blade Forums, but darn screw cracked off. You can see by how much of it's sticking up. The head of the screw wasn't even on the titanium yet. I was just free spinning the thing and it fell off. Ridiculous. And I thought, well, Pat told me when I bought the knife that this could happen, the guy who sold it to me, and no big deal. He told me to get the screws before I messed with it, but I didn't pay any attention to it. It had a lot going on. My wife and I welcomed our third kid into the world, and a month later I lost my father, so I'd forgotten about some stuff. And when I was putting this screw in, I felt that one start to give. That one made it all the way down to where there was some tension on it. I was just starting to hand tighten it. I mean, it was just getting snug and it broke. So I let it be and put the thing in a drawer. Like I said, I forgot about it because I had other things in life going on, and I have other knives. So I was looking around the other day and found this one and pulled it out to go, oh man, why did I stop carrying that knife around? I love that thing. And I picked it up and realized, oh, I forgot about that. Turns out that the adjustment on it now is perfect, and the knife is rock solid and steady even without that screw in there. That's how tight the fit is here, but it pinches these scales together with the pivot that you almost don't even need this thing there other than to keep it from swinging, which is accomplished by two screws here anyways. Amazing knife, amazing tolerance. It's no wonder they won the manufacturing award again in 2013. I love this thing. The blade grind is sick. It does cut like a lightsaber. For having the same dimensions as my Zan, I have to say that this does cut better than the Zans I have. I have 3 of them, and this cuts better than every one of them. I love that knife. If you guys are looking into getting a 25, don't worry about it. This was something that was only encountered on the first 30 because of the screws, and was addressed and taken care of. Anything you buy now will not have that same dimension to the screw or that issue. And if for some reason you ran into one, Chris Reeve would take care of you. I called him up after I pulled this thing out of the drawer and remembered about it, and I think I spoke to Heather. She said they'd take care of it, refinish it for me, put new screws in, sharpen it up, and send it back to me looking like brand new after tweaking it a little bit and making it right. So, no problems. If this was my only Chris Reeve knife, I'd probably be upset, or if I hadn't been aware of the situation before it happened, it might have bothered me, but this is far from my only Chris Reeve knife, far from my only knife, and you know, things happen, and they're addressing it well. I'll send it back in, and in the meantime, until I do, I'm still carrying it, but another Chris Reeve knife will take my pocket place until this one comes back to me. I doubt I'll ever get rid of this one. Made a good friend buying it, happy to have it, cuts like a dream, and from what I've heard from Chris Reeve, is more custom than semi-custom for those first 30, and I'm happy to have it. It is well made. Everybody, thanks for watching, and take care.